welcome everybody back to your favorite podcast. It's 2.5 Black Men. I'm Brucey D.
I'm MG.
And I'm SB.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you are just joining us for the first time, we break our show down into 4 separate segments, with the first being food for thought. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we'll switch it up on you a little bit this week. We're doing food for thought, but how we're going to do food for thought, earlier this week, me, SB, MG, took a personalities test. You know, we got 3 different personalities. You can see every week on this show. We combine them here and rock them all together. We don't know the results of each of our personalities, but SB, can you talk about the test that we did? And then we can each kind of go into our personality traits that we came up with based off this test.
So before I get to what the text actually is, I want to make a guess over whose each personality is. MG is being a bitch nigga, and Brucey D's is being habitually late. But
what are you?
Yeah,
Big Daddy.
All right.
But the test that we took was the 16th personalities test, which is the Myers-Briggs personality test. Is a self-reported inventory designed to identify a person's personality types, strengths, and preferences. And pretty much what it is a test that sorts people into one of 4-letter personality types based on their preferences for sensing, intuition, extroversion or introversion, thinking or feeling, and judging or perceiving. So it's pretty much where we answered a bunch of questions based off are we more prone to do one thing or another? And from our answers, it spits out a report based kind of about our personality. It was pretty spot on for me, but our personality. I know MG's bitch nigga, so it's 100%. But yeah.
Got you. So basically breaking it down, 16 personalities. You got 4 main types of, I think it was personality traits or types, 4 types. And within those 4 types, it broke them down into 4 separate traits. So you got 4 types within, or 4 traits within 4 types. That's why it's 16 personalities. Yeah, I thought it was cool. I thought mine was pretty on as well. But
Yours, Brucey D. You go first.
You want me to go first? All right, ladies and gentlemen, drum roll, please. I was a campaigner personality type in the diplomat category. And, you know, some of the things about a campaigner, you know, campaigners are curious, they're perceptive, they're enthusiastic, excellent communicators, they're festive, good natured. You know, that's some couple strengths that come with a campaigner. Couple weaknesses, you know, people pleasing. They like to please people a little bit too much. Unfocused sometimes, a little bit. You could be disorganized, overly accommodating, and overly optimistic, which I thought those 2 right there really got me right there. I'm not even gonna lie. Overly accommodating, overly optimistic, you know what I'm saying? I thought that hit me pretty well. The strengths and weaknesses of being a campaigner within you know, the diplomat type. That is what your boy here, Brucey D, is. Interested to see what y'all are.
So to add on to that, Brucey D, they also have people who you closely relate to. And you got Robert Downey Jr.
True.
You got Robin Williams.
True.
Quentin Tarantino.
Okay.
I don't know what that is. Russell Brand. Kelly Clarkson. Will Smith.
Hey, okay.
Meg Ryan. And Ellen DeGeneres. You also got Spider-Man.
All right, bro. I'll be Spidey out here in the streets. Miles Morales actually makes sense. Half Hispanic, half black.
Got Willy Wonka.
Hey, well, there you go. That's cool. I always felt a personal connection to Will Smith. So there you go. Me and Will on the same vibe, you know.
All right.
Can't be mad
Drum
about
roll.
it. Can't be mad about it. SB.
I'm gonna pass it on to MG.
Okay, MG. Let's get it. 16 traits, 16 personalities, traits test, MG. Drum roll, please.
All right, here we go. Boo, boo, boo. That's how we drum roll here on 2.5 Black Men.
Let's go.
I got the logician personality, INTP-A/INTP-T. Logicians pride themselves on their unique perspectives and vigorous intellect. They can't help but puzzle over the mysteries of the universe, which may explain why some of the most influential philosophers and scientists of all time have been logicians. Their personality type is fairly rare, but with their creativity and inventiveness, logicians aren't afraid to stand out in the crowd. Basically, a little bit about me, the big MG, Surfin Stew. Strengths and weaknesses. All strengths, no weaknesses. We're very analytical. We're original. Basically, all of our ideas are our ideas, baby. We're open-minded. We're curious. And we're also very objective. We care about the truth. Give us the truth.
And for weaknesses, you want the truth? For weaknesses, we got disconnected.
Then weaknesses.
Your ass is very disconnected, nigga.
Weaknesses.
Insensitive.
I'm reading my own weaknesses. I'm reading my own weaknesses. So my weaknesses, I got disconnected. They say logicians can get lost in their own train of thought, even with other people. Your boy does have a tendency to look down and check his phone every now and then. It's not like nothing crazy or nothing, but sometimes I look down. So people be a little boring. I look away sometimes. Insensitive. People with this personality type see rationality as the key to a better and happier world. I consider myself a very rational person. I feel like a lot of people make decisions based off of emotions. Maybe if y'all think some things through, y'all wouldn't make bad decisions. But that's on y'all, not on me, I guess. Maybe that was a sensitive comment to make. Dissatisfied. Yep, damn right I'm dissatisfied. Magicians can't help but imagine how things could be better than they already are. Only way that could make my life better if I lived in Mallorca, got myself 17 different prepaid phones, opened up a surf shop, and got as far away from y'all as possible. And impatient. Logicians take pride in their knowledge and in sharing it with their ideas. We are very impatient and also slightly perfectionistic. Now, the people who we're most like, of course, they couldn't give it to the big man upstairs. I know they wanted to say God, but of course, they couldn't put that out there.
You compare yourself to God, bro. You compare yourself to God on the show, bro.
All right, bro.
Edit that part out.
No, not. That's fine. You should have said it. That's fine, bro.
Oh my God.
Logicians you may know: Bill Gates, Kristen Stewart, Albert Einstein, Isaac Newton, Neo off the Matrix, and Bruce Banner off the Avengers.
I can see Bruce Banner. I can see the Hulk.
I can see the Hulk. 100%.
Yeah. All right. You know how Big Daddy does it. You know how Surfin Stew does it. We're logicians. Basically, we're a rare type. We're a rare breed. But we know everything that's going on. We always gonna keep you on our toes because we're the most creative bunches on the planet. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, you ain't never seen a Chevy with the butterfly doors get like me.
Well, I appreciate that, Surfin Stew, logician. That makes sense. That honestly makes sense. I can see that, and those strengths and weaknesses, I think they got you right there. I think they got you.
Connected.
Moving on. SB, my friend, the person who sent this personality trait to us. My friend, drum roll for you, please. Hey.
Fuck that nigga, cuz.
I do do some extra
shit. And what trait are you, my friend?
I got the advocate.
Advocate.
I got the advocate. My letters are INFJA and INFJT. And advocates are the rarest of the personality types. Still, advocates leave their mark on the world. They have a deep sense of idealism and integrity, but they aren't idle dreamers. They take concrete steps to realize their goals and make a lasting impact. Advocates' unique combination of personality traits make them complex and quite versatile. For example, advocates can speak with great passion and conviction, especially when standing up for their ideas. At other times, however, they may choose to be soft-spoken and understanding.
I can see that. So strengths and weaknesses. What are those strengths and weaknesses?
Let's get to it.
All weaknesses.
Number 1, I birthed MG.
Okay.
But number 1, advocates' strengths, all out here. We got creative. Advocates' personality tend to enjoy finding the perfect solution for people they care about. Always out here trying to look out for everybody, not being insensitive, not being disconnected. Insightful. Advocates typically strive to move past appearances and get to the heart of things. I heard look at people for who they truly are. Don't judge a book by the cover, MG. I know you deep to your heart of hearts. I know your heart of hearts, you a bitch. Principled. People with the advocate personality type tend to have deeply held beliefs, and their conviction often shines through when they speak or write about subjects that matter to them. Passionate. Advocates can persuade their ideas with a single-mindedness that may catch others off guard. And altruistic. Advocates generally aim to use their strengths for the greater good. Strengths out here looking for people, caring about people, not being insensitive. I appreciate it. It's spot on. But the weaknesses. MG probably about to talk noise, so I'm get ready for it. Sensitive to criticism. We out here passionate about our work, trying to do everything.
Somebody criticize my work. Oh, I just me.
Reluctant to open up because when you call your best friend,
I can't release my feelings. I just me.
Perfectionistic. You can't say anything, MG. We right there together, my man. You understand my pain, my struggles. Avoiding the ordinary. Which MG, you can't say nothing. You're original. I'm original. We out here trying to be two originals, my man.
Yeah, you a unique bitch.
And prone to burnout because we got to put everybody. We got to put Tobias and we got to put Ben Simmons on our back and average 45 and 12.
Wait. Who's Toby and who's Ben Simmons?
You're Ben Simmons because you got all the time in the world but don't show up. Bruce is Tobias because if we need 15, we'll get 15. If we need 20, we'll get 15.
Yo, that was fantastic. Who are you then, SB?
I'm in B, 45 and 12. Hold this shit together.
B, you Shake Milton.
Getting all the rebounds, playing the defense, just watching
Doc Rivers.
Around. I'm just a stable force in the middle.
You Austin Rivers when you got traded.
You are funny. Hey, you've been on point with your metaphors lately. That's hilarious. I think it is looking at these personality traits. Like I said, there's 4 personality types and 4 traits within each type. Both Sean and I, our traits fall into the diplomat category, and MG, his trait falls into the analyst category.
I forgot to give y'all the people who falls into my category. So
yeah.
Martin Luther King Jr. Nelson Mandela, Mother Teresa, Lady Gaga, Morgan Freeman.
Good. Yo, that is quite the range of people. That's also amazing. Dang,
hey, my nigga. Hey, MG want to say something down there? Hey.
I ain't hating, bro. I got Bill Gates, bro.
That's cool. I got Mother Teresa, cuz.
So what does that mean to me?
It means I'm your daddy, nigga.
All right. That didn't make any sense. But SB, shout out to you. Sharing traits with MLK, sharing traits with the great Nelson Mandela, sharing traits with Mother Teresa, that was fun, 15 minutes in. Thought that was good. SB sent that through the group chat this past week. Thought it was good. Give you a little understanding on us, how we function throughout life. I think it's funny to see based off personality traits, when SB and MG have their little back and forth together. It's good. It's good to see that. It's good to see where they land on that, or we all land on that personality trait spectrum. So that's
wait. So sum it up for us, Brucey D. What is everybody?
So myself, we have the campaigner, which is in the diplomat category. Overly optimistic sometimes, but working to bring people together and bring the energy to the crew. We got my boy MG here, one of the analysts, a logician within the analyst personality type. He's gonna stick to the numbers. He's gonna be on set. He's gonna make sure that we're on point. A bit of a perfectionist, but gets the job done here, which I agree. And then
sounds like a leader. It's like a leader, and I'm a great leader. So you follow in the battle.
Not like Trump.
And we got my boy Yogi B, aka SB. That advocate, correct? Part of the diplomatic, personality type. Apparently most comparable to MLK. So shout out to you, SB, for doing your thing. We all out here doing our thing. And yeah, I'm glad that people know a little bit more about us. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a good little segment to kick us off with. I like that. So yeah, kicking off and finishing up food for thought. Let's move on to our second segment, which is Who I Smoke. MG, can you describe Who I Smoke for us, please?
Who I Smoke is that person who you really don't like. That person who pissed in your Cheerios, the person who made you mad at work, it's just made every single day on this earth a walking hell. This is this person who you politely chop up on the grinder. You put a little bit of the remnants or whatever was on the grinder into a nice cut open paper substance, whichever one you like to choose. You roll that paper substance up real tight, hit it a few times with the old lighter, light the tip of that paper substance, put the back end of your mouth and take a giant puff and let that person and their dreams fly away.
Bop, bop, boom, boom. Love it. That's great. So get into it. Sticking with you, MG. This week, here on 2.5 Black Men, who do you smoke, my friend? Who you smoking?
Honestly, who I smoked this week, I smoked the Wildfires.
Ooh.
I smoked the Wildfires. They're already burning. The reason why I smoked the Wildfires, there's currently some wildfires going on in Oregon right now.
Okay.
But how the wildfires operate and the smolderings, the remnants, the ashes of the wildfires, with winds, they can blow. And they can blow far, far distances. So last Tuesday, the wildfires going on in Oregon, the wind blew remnants of the smoke, of the ashes, of the embers, all the way across the United States and turned the skies of New York a nice ashy gray, so much to the point that our sun turned red and we did not see the clouds we did not see the sky for damn near 2 days. Our air quality was at 146, which is basically if you walk outside with any types of asthma and or air conditions, you will get sick with an immediacy.
And MG, where are you located at? This
was New York City proper, but I'm in Brooklyn. So all of New York got this. We're talking Staten Island, Bronx, Brooklyn, Manhattan, Queens, New Jersey got it. Canada, they said they got it. It was horrendous. It was terrible. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. I went outside, I played tennis. I played for about 30 minutes. I just couldn't breathe out there. It was actually horrendous. It was like a giant fire was going on, but it was just all the way across the country in Oregon. So who I smoke is them Oregon wildfires. Honestly, I don't want to make light of that. I'm sure a ton of people have lost property and hopefully not their lives out there. But I do want to say, please put that out. We ain't trying to get no smoky air over here. We don't even know y'all in Oregon.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. And it's wild to see the impact so far away. You say it reached all the way across the country to New York. I'm out here in Kentucky and we're seeing, remnants of it here. Crossing the bridge the other day. I work right across the bridge in Jeffersonville, Indiana. there was a haze across the city that I'd never seen before. I was like, dang, why is the air quality so bad? Like it literally looks like you are in, big populous city and that a lot of pollution going down. Someone was
talking
telling
about
me,
you, LA.
hey, didn't want to throw any names in there, but but yeah, it was crazy. I was like, I never seen this before. Somebody told me it's from the wildfires out on the West Coast. So thoughts and prayers out to y'all out there on the West Coast dealing with these wildfires, and hopefully we get them down, man. You see people talking about how we are not that far away from global warming really affecting the way we run our lives. And
no, global warming is here, Bruce. Cause you seen that? The condo in Miami collapsed. They said Miami's a sinking city. Houston stays flooded. They said Houston, Miami, and New Orleans ain't gonna be here in 10 to 15 years. Global warming is here, cuz I didn't know that there was 86 large fires burned 1.5 million acres in 12 states, nigga, not just Oregon. I'm like, damn, I didn't know this was going on, Marcus.
It's crazy, bro.
Yeah, bro. Really crazy. I mean, let's be honest though. Global warming is a terrible thing, and this thing is getting ready, and not even getting ready to. It's affecting our lives every single day. Right. But one thing that we're going to talk about in the next segment is that the real problem is a problem that has been here for a long time. It is unbridled passion.
To be continued.
To be continued.
All right, to be continued. Unbridled passion. It's a good place to end it there, MG. Who you smoking this weekend? The wildfires out on the West Coast. Moving on, SB. This weekend here on 2.5 Black Men. Who are you smoking?
Who I'm rolling up. Got a nice little swisher, split in half, dip the guts out. But this ain't none of that loud. This ain't even that Reggie. This that you got your dealer in the Teal Green Kentucky van pulling up, getting an ounce for $5. My bad, correction. You getting a quarter for $5. This is a man who I'm gonna pass around because I think each and every last one of you will have something on this one. We're gonna smoke on this headache together. My man Wheels. Governor Greg Abbott. As a fellow Texan, as also a fellow African-American Texan, so our views vastly differ. I honestly didn't know who Governor Abbott was until like 6-7 months ago.
And said Wheels.
Hey, no, I'm gonna tell you why it's Wheels because I just found out why it's Wheels like a month or two ago. It was funny how I found out.
Oh no.
My man's was the first one to lift the mask restriction. COVID is still here, my man. We almost back in level one threat, which is the highest it ever got in the first place. And we're like half a tick away from going back to full shutdown again because of the Delta variant.
Ugh.
Which is infecting both vaccinated and unvaccinated people. And there have been multiple cases where fully vaccinated people gave to other fully vaccinated people. So let's not vax shame. Let's not mask shame. Let's idiot shame. Also, Governor Greg Abbott, which actually I didn't know it started trending on Twitter, but me being, like I said, a fellow Texan, it came across. It was very deep in HBCU land when this came out. They passed a bill that will remove the requirements to teach Ku Klux Klan as a moral wrong, as well as stop teaching the Martin Luther King Jr. I have a dream speech, the women's suffrage movement, and all that. Passed the bill to no longer make a requirement no more because. When I read this, and it was a CNN, I ain't gonna call it, but it was one of them big journals or articles that it would make white kids feel bad about being white. So y'all don't want to teach us. You don't want to teach us about slavery, Ku Klux Klan, women empowerment, the Indian movement, the Trail of Tears, none of that, because it will make white kids feel bad about being white when that's your history. But you will continuously go around and call us nigga. So who I smoke? Now I took my couple puffs and I'm passing now. Governor Greg Abbott. Marky.
I agree. You know, I agree. I'm going to say about Greg Abbott.
Oh, can I cut you off real quick?
Please.
My bad. Brucey, I forgot to tell you how I found out they called him Wills. Because I was at work one day and they said Wills is fucking up again. And I'm like, who is Wills? They said Governor Greg Abbott. I'm like, why did I call him Wills? So I looked at the picture. And that's highly disrespectful. My bad, MG. I just want to get that last part out.
Oh, it's all good because I completely agree.
Emphasis on the disrespectful. But yeah, you know, if MG don't have nothing on it, my 2 cents, you know, since we're just going around the circle here. Yeah, man, you know, this goes back to the talk on critical race theory and how they're trying to ban that all across the country because of white people's feelings, you know? And I use critical race theory on the paper in college, and it literally lives up to its name. It's asking you to think about the institutions and systems in America, how they pertain to race, think about it critically. That's all it's asking you to do. And yeah, man, it's really sad that we're getting to that point in our country. You know, that side of the aisle, they like to talk about censorship and how we shouldn't censor. But when it comes to the topic about race, it's okay to censor. It's okay not to talk about that history. It's just crazy to see, bro.
Yep. I didn't realize how real it was until moving to Texas and seeing my man Abbott just keep putting in litigation, making masks now that, and then removing stuff from the textbooks. So that's who I smoke. That's the red. That's a little bag of $5 Reggie that I got.
A little bag of $5 Reggie. I feel that. So yeah, who my man SB smoke, Mr. Governor Greg Abbott from Texas. And just the last point, who I smoked this week. Looking at y'all, not you two in particular, but looking at Kanye fans who really thought he was about to drop the album this week. Y'all been duped, lied to. Again, I don't know why y'all thought he was actually going to drop on Friday. Sure, he put it in a commercial. Sure, he had this big old thing. My man was finishing the album right when he did the album release, literally minutes before. He's still working on the album. So it's just funny that people are mad on the internet talking about, I can't believe Kanye didn't drop his album. I can't believe Kanye did it. This ain't nothing new, ladies and gentlemen. He said he's dropping on August now. August 6th, I believe, is the date. I won't be surprised if this thing doesn't drop at all. But who I'm, wrapping up.
So you pretty much smoking me, Bruce. So you pretty much smoking me because I'm furious. I'm motherfucking sad. I have been duped, bamboozled, and lied to far too fucking much. My nigga Kanye gets me over and over and over again. The fucking bad thing about it is I know it's fucking happening. While I'm getting fucked, while I'm getting fuck Kanye. Bruce. Saturday Night Live about 2 years ago when he first said he was dropping Donda, he put those Instagram posts out where he was snipping in parts of the song, and I was like, bet Kanye finally dropping the album, boom, boom, I'm gonna wait. I sat there and watched Saturday Night Live for the first and last time ever. His 3 performances, one with Tekashi 6ix9ine when there was one of them big goofy ass suits.
Oh my god!
Waited. He said he's dropping it after Saturday Night Live was over. I waited till 3 a.m. I proceeded to wake up at 7 that morning to see the album still not dropping and getting my hopes up saying he's going to drop it tomorrow. And I did that for like a week. Cool. After that, I was like, fuck Kanye. This time, I like, this nigga ain't dropping shit. Fuck that nigga. This nigga ain't dropping shit. The nigga said, he dropped the song. He said KD, he has homie say KD, and homie heard the album and they was bopping to it. Oh, okay, maybe it's true. I get my hopes up, but no, that nigga ain't dropping shit. Then, lo and behold, the listening party on Friday. Was it Friday? Thursday.
Thursday.
Atlanta. Played the whole album, apparently. I missed out because I was actually doing something, but played the whole album, apparently. Waited. 12:01. 1:30 a.m. 8 a.m. The next day, got my hopes up, Bruce. I got my hopes up. He got me. He laid the trap, and he got me. Fuck that nigga. Fuck him.
Nah, but I just don't know why we're falling for this act. And MG, let me know if you have any thoughts on this, but he continues to do this, even going back to Life of Pablo. The album wasn't even necessarily finished when he dropped it because he continued to work on it. He dropped it, but he continued to work on it. It wasn't the full complete album until like months later. So I just think we just have to wait till it drops. If it drops, it drops, and we can't get our hopes up. So, Sean, I guess I'm including you, as
I'm happy gonna roll myself up for you. I'm happy rolling myself up for you. I'm mad at myself.
Put your clown suit on too.
Include you into this week's Who I Smoke. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, this just goes back to the variety of topics we talk about here on 2.5 Black Men. Me smoking up Kanye fans who, apparently thought the album was dropping this week. SB smoking up the governor of Texas, Greg Abbott.
Wheels.
AKA Wheels, which is wildly disrespectful. And MG, smoking up. MG, who'd you smoke up again?
The Oregon Wildfires.
The Oregon Wildfires. God bless the people out on the West Coast. Shout outs to you. And hope everything gets better than that for y'all and for the rest of this country and for the world, But yeah, great segment, fellas. Let's move on.
Pow Hour.
Power Hour, Power Hour, Power Hour. The thing where we talk about all things going on in this thing called life. The thing where I try to get and SB caught up. The thing where somebody's making noise in the background and trying to disrespect and disrupt what I got to say. So let's get right into it. First and foremost, niggas in Paris. Space. Niggas in space. Whoa. Niggas in space. Whoa. Niggas in space. Niggas in space. Niggas in space. Jeff Bezos and his crew of bozos went to space this weekend. This week. How do y'all feel about it? Do y'all want to go to space?
Correction. He went to the edge of space, wherever that is.
He just got the tip in. He couldn't even get it in all the way before he finished.
Yo,
I'm gonna say that nigga got too much money. You got it, Bruce.
Nah, all I was gonna say is I don't want to go to space. No, I don't have no interest. I'll be honest, I don't have any interest on going up. I'm cool here on the land. Too much stuff could go wrong going up to space. But if all three of us here were billionaires, we could do whatever we want. We could the opportunities to do what we want here on this earth are endless. And if SB says, I'm going to space, Marky is going to do everything in his hands possible to make sure that he outdoes SB trying to go to space. So I understand the competitiveness in these men who just have way too much money trying to do stuff that only they can do because nobody else can do. NASA can't even do it anymore. But I understand. I get it.
Honestly, I would agree because if SB was going to space, I have to go to space too in a rocket that's way bigger.
Principle.
I have to say though, the timing of this is everything. Who goes to space during the middle of a global pandemic?
I also want to ask another question too. Who goes to space when they just released files that aliens are actually real? They trying to tell us something, bro?
Trying to tell us something. They've been trying to tell us something. We don't even care. They said aliens. We said, cool. Olympics is on.
I forgot what started trending that day, but I'm like, they just said aliens are real. There are I think it's 381 cases of shit they can't explain. I'm like, wait a minute. Wayne is a bigger issue. What the fuck we gonna do when they come? Y'all see Independence Day. That shit ain't real. We had to find a small little needle on the fucking shield to beat them niggas. But
I tell you what, if Will Smith is gonna save us, then we're not getting saved.
Hey, bro. I think those men are trying to get out. They probably heard something. Yeah.
Hey, I'll go. Hey, trust me, I'd be right along on that rocket. Fuck it.
Hey, bro. I don't even know. I'll be honest. I don't know why that just doesn't really interest me going up to space. But
all right, so next thing coming up, a lot of new music has been releasing. Also, a lot of new music videos have been releasing. One thing that has released is Lil Nas X's and Jack Harlow's new music video and song, Industry Baby. So I personally did not expect to watch the music video, but while I was on the Friday train to Governor's Island, I got about 49 seconds into the video. I want to emphasize that I got 49 seconds into the video, not the entire 3 minute and 13-second song, because I saw a lot more than I wanted to see. So I'm going to ask y'all, did y'all watch the Industry Baby film?
I did watch the Industry Baby film. I'm a Jack Harlow fan. All it is a man expressing himself. That's how he wants to express himself. Who am I to judge? So I made it more than 49 seconds in. I watched the entire video. And I thought it was a pretty decent song.
I did not listen or watch the entire video. I've only seen clips on Twitter and Instagram. I have listened to the song multiple times. Song is fire. I'm in, bro. I see people hating on it. I see people loving on it. I'm in. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Sounds like you staying on sitting on Hater Island by yourself.
Oh, no. Here's what I want to say. It's like, I'm not hating on the film. I personally just did not expect to see what I saw 49 seconds into it. Therefore, I turned it off. If anything, I'm hating on Jack Harlow, but that's
that's what I was about to say. I'm not saying you hating on the film. I'm saying you hating on Jack Harlow.
Hating on Jack Harlow. Bro, Jack Harlow's verse is cold with it, bro. It's nice.
I only watched the video. I didn't get to Jack Harlow's verse. I got 49 seconds in, and sometimes you got to be in a mental space to watch certain things, and I wasn't in the right mental space. I was on the train. It was 5:45 in the afternoon.
Hey, talk about it, though. What happened on second 50?
I didn't get to the second 50. I only got the second 49.
What happened on second 49?
Yeah. It wasn't even second 49. It was like second 13. The boy just sitting there on the subway, and you go on the YouTube, and it's like Industry Baby, Jack Harlow, and Lil Nas X, #1 video. And, I see the chatter. I see a little bit of it on the old Twitter sphere. So I'm like, oh, let's see what people are talking about. I hop in, and I'm like, okay, cool. My man's in jail. All right. Seen a lot of music videos, people in jail. He's wearing a pink jumpsuit. Okay, this is different. This is different. Oh, somebody's dick just got grabbed. Oh, okay. We're only 15 seconds in. What's up?
No, my bad. I mean cut you off. The old white dude standing up in the corner, bro, looking at you like you was weird, bro.
Yeah, bro. Trust me. Honestly, if the New York subways were such a weird place, then a lot more people would probably be eyeing me because, like, bro, what are you watching right now? 13 seconds in, I see a dick get grabbed, and then just then we get to the part of the shower scene, and it's just a whole bunch of naked dudes. I don't even know what they're doing, bro. And I'm just like, you know what, bro? That's enough for me. That's enough. That's enough music video for me today.
Oh man, I will say my man Lil Nas X is a wild boy, but he knows how to make the conversation going, bro. Everything that he's done has just made the conversation roll back to him and keep him in the headlines. So he knows what he's doing, bro. He's the biggest internet star / troll that I've seen since Tekashi.
A shout out to the entire Columbia marketing and media team, because what y'all are doing with this Lil Nas X is tremendous. And the fact that he's an artist who is willing to do all this, immaculate. You have immaculate in heaven.
100%, bro. And while you shout them out, bro, I also feel like there's a lot of genius in what he does, bro. It seems real organic and real, like, coming straight from the source. So
I shouted him out. I gave love to him.
I know, bro, but yeah,
sound like you're a hater out on the loan, cuz.
That's funny, bro.
Hey, I'm saying I feel like Lil Nas X already mastered the power of social media and the master of staying relevant, and my man just did it. And he luckily had a team who was behind him who were like, do it.
Yeah, he came up in the right era too. Like on top of that, like this was like 10 years ago. He wouldn't have got as big as that. So that's dope what he's doing overall. Like, man, I can say one thing. I'm surprised every time he pop out with something else.
100%, 100%. But
so keep on moving. Keep it moving. I mean, y'all know what's going on. The Olympics just started. They just started on Thursday of last week. We got to the opening ceremony. We're going to day 1, day 2, whatever. The USA team, men's basketball team, has already lost. Women's team has already lost, but they got a big 6-1 victory versus New Zealand. I just want to ask y'all the question: Are the Olympics fun? Do y'all care?
No, typically not. I watch the gymnastics. I watch the track and field event. Sometimes I watched high dive. Yeah, I do watch synchronized swimming, but outside of that, it's just like a lot of sports. No, for real. Have you ever sat there and watched synchronized swimming?
Yeah. You said, nah, I have watched this and that. He went through like 7 sports.
Yeah, I've watched it, but it's because it's on. What other sports do we have right now? I'm not about to sit down and watch baseball on TV.
Right.
So what else? I'm trying to watch this, but honestly, I haven't been intrigued by the Olympic sports in quite a long time, honestly. Maybe when that first Dream Team 2.0 came out, I was interested for a little bit, but I was more interested in FIBA basketball than that. But other than that, no, not really.
I think you nailed it. There's nothing really else on TV right now. So like you just get in, and while a lot of the sports don't really interest me, for whatever reason, this is what the Olympics does good. They have a way of just reeling you in. And so you start watching, and the commentators, they have to be prepped on this, have a way of making the story about who you should care about, and then you get real into the story, and you just want to keep watching for that story to see if it plays out the way the announcers talk about it. So they kind of, know that you aren't super interested. They cast it out, then they hook you and reel you in. And I'll be honest, like, I've been watching the Olympics all weekend. I'm not even gonna lie. And I actually do enjoy watching track and field. So I'm excited to see that. I think that's on later this week. So, I mean, we'll see, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like the Olympics, one thing I like about the Olympics is dominance. I love to see dominance at the Olympics, whether it's Michael Phelps, whether that's Katie Ledecky, whether that's Usain Bolt, whether that's Jamaica 4x1 team. I feel like this year, we just don't really have dominance, and it just makes it not really interesting to me because there is no dominating factor. And I get it. We got Simone Manuel, we got Simone Biles, and we got Naomi Osaka, even though this is her first Olympics. I just don't really see that one dominating figure like the Usain Bolts of the world, like the Shelly Ann Frasers of the world, like the Cass Semanyas of the world. They just aren't really here. And maybe they are here, and the Olympic team has just done such a poor job of marketing them because we didn't know if the Olympics were going to take place. But I just feel like this Olympics just really ain't that fun. It just doesn't seem like I want to watch it.
Yeah, I mean, the only person that they actually marketed got kicked out for smoking a little weed.
Facts.
I honestly, I'm not gonna say Sha'Carri Richardson will like draw a whole bunch of numbers to the Olympics, but she had a dominating performance. People want to see dominance. I would like to see that as well. But we are getting a Fire Kith Olympic collab. So if y'all like that, are into that sort of stuff, be sure to be on the lookout for it. Next but not least, Unbridled Passion. Unbridled Passion is people who are incredibly passionate about things that they really shouldn't be that passionate about. And I would like to relay it in the form of 2 things. 1 is states. 2 is Americanism. Basically that homegrown energy. So when I go with states, what state do y'all think has the most unbridled passion for who they are?
California.
Texas, bro.
Texas. Texas.
Next question. What do you think is the most American state?
Texas.
I don't know if you can count Texas because they're always trying to be their own too. Most American state. I will have to. This might be like kind of out there, but maybe it's not that out there. I would say New York. Like, I feel like when people picture America, first thing they picture is New York City. If you're not from here.
I say Kentucky. I said people overseas. Kentucky.
I think the reason why I want to ask that question is because where in the world does this fake Americana come from? And where in the world does this fake Unbridled Passion come from? So the reason why I say it, for Unbridled Passion, I think the people who are most unbridledly passionate about their state, no matter how shitty it may be, there's three. There is Illinois, there's New York, and there's Texas. Because I do not know the people for Illinois, I'm talking about Chicago specifically. Why do all have a Chicago tattoo? Every single one of you all have a Chicago tattoo.
I lived there for a little bit, so I want to add on to that. Every single one of them got a Chicago tattoo. Every single one of them got a Chicago Bulls uniform. And every single one of them got a blue hat with an orange Chicago C on it.
Yep.
Hey, no, he said uniform, not just jersey. Uniform.
I do not know what it is. Maybe I should have made it smaller, just for people in Chicago. But are they giving out Chicago tattoos when you sign up to live there? It's always in the same place. It's right there in your inner forearm, bro. Like, y'all don't all need a Chicago tattoo. For New York, New York is the only people I know who love themselves more than people of America actually love them. No one likes New Yorkers, except people who live in New York who think they're the hot shit. And it's like, what's wrong with you people? Like, it's crowded. It's high price. You have to get everywhere by a subway. Like, people don't like you all. Y'all move to other places and y'all make it all more expensive. Stop it. Stay where you're at. And then for Texas, Unbridled Passion. Like, I was watching the SpongeBob Sandy Cheeks episode when Sandy was like, you don't mess with Texas. And that's how it truly is. Texas are the only people who, if they step foot outside of Texas, they're going to compare it. Well, it's not as good as Texas as it is here. And Texas people are the only people I know who, when they go on vacation, somewhere in their recesses of their luggage, they pull out their shitty ass Texas shirt and they wear it wherever the fuck they are. It blows my mind. I was in Hawaii and some dude was wearing a Houston Astros shirt. Bro, you don't have another t-shirt to wear on vacation? Make it make sense. Why are y'all always wearing Texas shit outside of Texas? Even SB, when he came up here, he had a Prairie View A&M shirt on. How? Why do y'all have this Texas shit on? Buy something else.
Yo, in that SpongeBob episode, SpongeBob turns into the state of Texas. It goes, hey, Patrick, what am I? Patrick goes, stupid. He goes, no, I'm Texas. Patrick goes, what's the difference? That's exactly what I thought you just said, bro.
Hey, I know.
That's what it is.
I remember when I came to Texas for the first time, I had to pull over at a gas station. How come they had a gas station that was bigger than a Walmart? And I'm like, yo, this shit's uncalled for. And it's literally, you think there's like legit groceries and shit in there. It's literally just a big ass gas station. It's literally just like a big ass gas station stuff.
Yeah, man. Texas passion is different, bro. And I mean, I like the state of Texas. Dallas is cool. Houston is cool. Yeah, go ahead.
I actually still trying to succeed to this day. I just not learned that.
Yeah, which is wild. Which they have all this American pride, and then they're like, actually, we should be our own republic. I mean, hey, bro, do what you got to do, but don't come to me talking that talk if you ain't really about it.
And then for me, most American state, I want to say New Jersey. New Jersey is the most American group of people I've ever met. Just look at the people who they've given us for music. They've given us Bruce Springsteen. They've given us that man, what is his name? Not Billy Idol, the one who sings Piano Man, Billy Joel. When you think of America, I feel like you think of tiny row houses, a green state, a fat ass governor, and that's what I think of. I think about New Jersey.
Hey, I like that. That would not have been the first state I chose, but you gave a real nice breakdown.
New Jersey in there too.
No, I mean, you got the reason why, like, New Jersey's the most American state. You got the super rich people, then you got the people who are in the hood. Everybody's just okay with it. New Jersey is the most American state. It's a true definition of what America is. Now, while New Jersey may be the true definition of what America is, when people want to know what America looks like, it looks like Alabama.
Whoa. I would not have said Alabama.
I was about to say, you ever been to Alabama, Bruce?
I've driven through Alabama a few times, and I've been a little nervous each time. So
that's what America is. It's Alabama. I mean, like America wants to be New Jersey, but it really looks like Alabama.
Dang, bro. The one time, the first time I drove through Alabama, I was driving down to Florida from Missouri, and I was driving on my way back from Florida. There's a giant flagpole. It was probably like 50 feet up in the air, bro. Confederate flag on top, American flag beneath it, bro.
What part of Alabama were you in? Because I feel like I've seen that.
I don't know, bro. It was probably between Montgomery and Birmingham, because I remember we drove through both those cities. It's between those two cities.
Marcus, Bruce, have you ever been to Hoptown?
No,
I haven't.
So 15 miles, it's 10 to 15 miles south is the Jefferson Davidson Monument that looks just like the George Washington Monument. You know what Jefferson Davidson is, don't you?
I don't think I do.
He was the president of the Confederate States of America.
Oh, yes.
He
That's
got
pretty crazy.
It's actually bigger than the George Washington Monument in D.C.
That's funny, man. Well, I mean, we all went to the University of Louisville. It wasn't until the year before I got here that they took down that Confederate monument on campus.
Statue.
Yeah, bro. On campus was a Confederate statue. That's crazy, bro.
I remember they was about to tear it down. There was a whole bunch of protests and a whole bunch of people that was circled around and everything that didn't want it to go. And they canceled class for like a day.
What's crazy is I've been coming to Louisville since when I was born, and that statue was so green and oxidized. I didn't even know it was a Confederate statue. I just thought it was a green blob smack dab in the middle of the campus by Bill Grill.
Yeah, bro. The fact that it was literally just removed like 4 years ago is wild. But
Monk said he wanted to piss. Monk said he wanted to piss on that statue. One of his homeboys actually pissed on it.
I'm sure it was pissed on a few times, bro. Yeah, that's wild. That is definitely that was a wild thing to learn when I first got here to the University of Louisville. But anyways, Marky, I feel like that was a great power hour. Thank you for the questions there, sir. Thank you for, facilitating everything that we have here. I think we ended on a very good note there. But to wrap this show up, ladies and gentlemen, we end the show with the segment called Moral of the Story. What we do here is we touch on a topic we talked about throughout the show, bring it back full circle, or we leave you with a little gem to start your week off right, or continue your week on a good limb. So, SB, if you don't mind, you got a little thing you want to mention for moral of the story, my friend?
What did you do today to become the person you want to become?
Smack the shit out of Sean. Oh, I thought I was on mute.
There's a question that you should ask yourself each and every day, whether it's in the morning, whether it's at night, whether it's when MG says some backward stuff and you catch yourself and remember that he is your brother and you cannot say negative things towards him. A thing that you can do, I'm not going to do the meditation today. I've been meditating all day today, but it's called a goals meditation. Pretty much you start off visualizing where you want to be. Visualizing if you can be exactly where you want to be at this moment, your ultimate goal, where would you want to be? I'm going to use MG as my example. MG wants to go to Mallorca, have a surf shop with 3 surfboards and a Scooby-Doo van, rent out 2 of them, use the other one to surf on, and that's his goals. Then from there, you'll visualize where you are currently today. You gotta be brutally honest with yourself. 100% honest with yourself, because if you ain't honest with yourself, you cannot understand where you are today and what you need to do to get there. Like I said, I'm using MG as my example. Today, currently MG is sitting on his couch with a white long sleeve shirt on, with his hat on, being a negative Nancy, being very pessimistic towards one of us, each of us. Being very mean to Brucey D today because Brucey D wanted to get brunch with his bros.
Actually, it was dinner with his dudes.
My bad. He went to get dinners with dudes. But yes, that's what MG is currently doing. Then after you visualize where you are, remember, be brutally honest with yourself. You go to, again, visualizing where you want to be again and the steps that you need to take there. Goals meditation.
Wow. I like that. That was good. Nice little jewel to, start off more of the story. The ending cap to the show. MG, you got
Mahalo.
anything for Mahalo. You got anything for us for more of the story, my friend?
I actually do have more of the story.
He's a whore.
Nope. I actually want to talk about something that is very, very whore-like.
Oh.
Okay, let me make sure I got the actual, the acronym right. HIPAA, Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act of 1996. HIPAA is a federal law that required the creation of national standards to protect sensitive patient health information from being disclosed without the patient's consent or knowledge. HIPAA essentially covers medical providers and or doctors from disclosing patient information. What HIPAA does not protect you from is if somebody asks you, do you have the COVID-19 vaccine? You can't say that's a HIPAA violation because it's not. So for all of the dum-dums out here who are listening, who do not understand what a HIPAA violation is, it is for your medical provider and your doctor. If somebody asks you, do you have the COVID-19 vaccine? You can't say that's a HIPAA violation because you can say anything's a HIPAA violation. Did you get a haircut? No, that sounds like a HIPAA violation. Can you read? No, it's a HIPAA violation. That's a lot of X to be ordering. You sure you can take care of all that, big man? That's a HIPAA violation. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. Just say you don't want to answer the question because every time you say it's a HIPAA violation, and most of the time it's wrong or used incorrectly, you always want to say why. Here's my thing. I do not care what you all do on a day-to-day basis as long as you're a good person. But when you all do these things that could be contrary or, maybe in the agreement of certain things, please don't explain yourself. You don't have to explain yourself to nobody. And I'm tired of you people explaining yourselves for your own decisions because the more y'all explain yourselves, the more I realize that there's a reason why our education is falling every single year. Do you, boo? Do you, boo? Remember that. I can let you know. Moral of the story or whatever the segment's called, HIPAA violation does not protect you from answering the question because why would any violation protect you from answering a question? You bunch of dum-dums.
Hey, it's HIPAA violation that you were that ugly.
It's funny if you got it out in one stroke.
You right, I fucked up.
All right. MG, does that HIPAA story or does that HIPAA topic stem from a particular story in the news this week or anything going on?
I mean, somebody asked Dak Prescott, did he get vaccinated? And he said that's a violation. And like it wasn't. It was a question. It was a question. But like he's not the first one. I mean, Cole Beasley has a HIPAA violation. This one dude on the 49ers whose name escapes me because thinking escaped him. Like he said that's a HIPAA violation. I just want y'all to know you can ask somebody a question and it is not a HIPAA violation. It's only a violation if somebody discloses your information who is a medical professional and or doctor. If I ask Sean, what did he do this weekend? He can't respond as a HIPAA violation because it's not. I mean, it's not.
Can I be politically correct?
Please.
They can't. My response can be that's HIPAA violation. I'll just be using it incorrectly.
I'm gonna say that is true. Yeah, that is true. You can say that's a HIPAA violation. It will be loud and wrong.
Yeah, I'm not surprised Dak Prescott said something like that. He's done some questionable stuff off the field in his career so far. So,
like, bro, did you look at the definition, bro? You ready to look at the definition? That's HIPAA violation. HIPAA violation. Huh? We can't ask questions no more.
Oh my God. Well, thank you, MG, for that. That topic, that segment here for Moral of the Story. Just to cap us off here for Moral of the Story. For me, we talked about Texas earlier, how passionate they are about being Texas. Well, earlier this week in the news, University of Texas and University of Oklahoma decided they want to leave the Big 12 to join the Southeastern Conference. While they couldn't get into the Southeastern Conference 10 years ago when my beloved Mizzou Tigers did the thing, they are trying to get in this year. Well, they're trying to get in. I don't know if it'll be this year, but they're having negotiations and talk currently as we speak. While the University of Texas Longhorns have been wildly mediocre in the Big 12 Conference the past 10 years. I hope for their, as they transition, there's another 10 years of mediocrity for the University of Texas. Throughout the past year or so, we've had talks about the Eyes of Texas, donors wanting the players to sing. A wildly just, if we want to talk about systematic racism going on in anything, collegiate sports, especially at the University of Texas, is happening. So as you transition into the Southeastern Conference, I wish you best of luck. And hey, if you are mediocre for the next 10, 20, 30 years in the SEC, you will be seeing me with a smile on my face and my Tiger helmet in my hand. So shout out to you, University of Texas. And, I think that's a good place to end.
You are a great one to speak about mediocrity because Missouri is the definition of mediocrity.
Hey, bro. Hold up a second. That leading was phenomenal.
You said what?
That leading was phenomenal. You are the definition of mediocrity. Wow. Hey, you brought this man Tobias Harris. Damn.
I was talking about Missouri. Marcus, like I said, is being negative Nancy of the group. I'm talking about the University of Missouri being mediocre in the SEC because it's funny because me and Marcus were talking about that the other day. Which teams we kick out for Texas?
Hey, bro, all I'm saying is SEC East champs 2 years in a row. You know what I'm saying? More than what Texas A&M has done. We bring value to the SEC. And here's the thing, bro. While we may be mediocre right now.
Value.
Listen.
Value.
Wow, we may be mediocre right now.
You are the worst program in the SEC.
No, we are not. It is
you are the worst program in the SEC.
It's just not even true.
Every SEC fan wants y'all to lose.
Ole Miss. We have.
We want y'all to win. We want y'all to lead.
We have Arkansas. All of those teams are trash.
Y'all are Publix cupcakes.
Every single one of those teams.
You are Publix cupcakes.
We're not though.
Yes,
it's
you
just
are.
Not true.
Anytime somebody plays football, y'all lose.
We don't. That's the thing. Y'all aren't watching.
Y'all suck.
We don't. That's what I'm saying. We don't. We
Missouri
consistently
sucks in football.
In the SEC.
No, you all don't.
Watch out, bro.
No, you all don't.
SEC East champ.
I have a question. No.
2021, son. I'm not even playing.
No.
2021.
I want to talk.
Coming after it, bro. Let's talk. Because you don't know the facts, Marky. You don't know the facts. You don't know the facts. You don't have the facts.
I know the facts. I know the facts. I'm tired of this shit. I don't.
Tired of what? You don't even talk to Mizzou fans outside of me.
I don't understand why y'all are here. I don't understand why y'all are here. I don't understand why y'all are in the SEC. Y'all beat up on Arkansas. Y'all beat up on Vanderbilt, but y'all get y'all ass whooped
by who? By
Georgia. South Carolina, damn near Kentucky.
We don't.
Florida, Alabama, Mississippi State, Ole Miss, Texas A&M,
We don't.
LSU,
We don't.
Arkansas.
We don't. That's
Suck.
the thing.
Y'all
That's the thing.
suck.
Look up our record against half those teams. Sure,
Bruce.
we lost to Alabama. So has everyone else. Sure,
You get
we
smacked
lost to
by
Auburn.
Alabama.
No,
You
we
get
didn't.
smacked by
That's
Auburn.
just not true.
You get smacked
It's
by
just
Georgia.
not
You get
true.
smacked by
Y'all
Florida.
five
You get
last
smacked by
It's
LSU.
just not true. You don't
Y'all
get it because
suck.
you don't
Y'all
watch.
leave the SEC.
You aren't a real
Leave
SEC
the
fan.
SEC.
It just
Leave
means
the
more,
SEC.
Marky. I went
Leave
to
the
an
SEC.
SEC institution,
Leave the SEC.
bro. It
You
just
and your
means
weak
more.
ass helmet
It
can leave the
just
SEC.
means more,
Leave
baby.
the SEC.
I am a true SEC institution.
You're not even
member,
really the SEC.
bro.
You're not
I
an
am a
OG.
true
You ain't been here.
institution. Marky, who do you even root for in the SEC? I am very confused.
Glory, glory to Low Georgia. Glory, glory to Low Georgia. Glory, glory to Low Georgia. In the hell with Mizzou.
Bro.
So last season, Georgia was 8-2.
No.
Missouri was 5-5.
Don't look
They're
at last
5-5.
season. Don't look at last season.
Before then.
Look up 2013. Look up our record in 2013.
So
Look up 20.
Look
Look up
years
20.
ago.
Look up
8 years ago.
2013.
8
and
years
then-
ago, cuz. 8 years.
Bro.
Bro, that's not even this decade, bro.
Bro,
It's not
yes,
even
it
decade.
is, bro. It is this decade. It's 8 years ago. How is it not
No,
in
it's
this
not.
decade?
It's
How is it not-
2020, bro.
How is
We're in
it
the
8
20s
years
decade.
ago?
We're in
Bro,
the 20s decades, dude.
okay, so that means last year wasn't in this decade either. That doesn't make sense, Marky. It doesn't make sense.
Do you know how decades work?
Do you know how decades work, bro? Decades
I
are
think
10
you
years,
know how
bro.
decades work. I don't think you know how decades work.
Nah, I'm sick of this fake Georgia fanness, bro. You aren't a real
Decades are
Georgia
every
fan.
10 years, cuz.
Mizzou has been going off in SEC. Don't care what y'all talk about. We bring that value.
Y'all been going off the
Bunch of
map.
haters, bro.
Y'all been going off the map.
Think about us winning the SEC East. When's the last time Ole Miss, Mississippi State, Vandy, any of those teams that I just mentioned have done anything in the SEC? Never, bro. It's been since like the 60s since Ole Miss has done a single thing, bro.
Well, y'all won the SEC East. Y'all went to Alabama and got smacked.
First of all,
y'all's recruiting territory is horrible because nobody can go to
it's
Missouri.
not, bro. We bringing in
players.
recruits. Look
See
at
of
our
all,
recruits this
y'all provide
season.
no
Look at our
revenue,
recruits
and y'all
this
aren't
season.
good in any
It's
sport.
false, bro.
Y'all aren't good in a single sport. Y'all are not good in a single sport.
All right,
Marky,
Marky, we putting a bet Mizzou, Georgia this year in football.
Is that what you really want to do?
That's what I want to do.
Ooh, can I get it
That's
on
what we
this?
doing.
Is that what you want to do?
Can I
That's
get
what
it
we
on this?
doing, baby. That's what
Can I
we
get it on
doing.
this?
Please, yes.
How much you want to put down, Bruce?
I don't know. What we putting down, yo? What we putting down?
I'm looking at the schedule real quick. Oh, we play y'all. Oh, all right, Bruceford. Y'all play us November 6th in Athens. Is that really what you want to do?
Let's go. I'm ready, bro. We
All right,
smacked
cool.
that. We've been down to Athens and smacked y'all before, bro. It's going down. Let's go.
You give me a number. You give me a number. I bet it. Give me a number. I bet it. That's how confident I am. You give me a bet number. I bet it. The all-time series, Georgia versus Missouri, is 6-1.
Bro, what that
We
one?
can put 50 together and we can bet 100.
50, 50, 50.
Show 50. Nah, I
The
put
Dogs
50.
have never
50,
lost at
100.
Missouri.
That's all right. In 2021, you losing at Mizzou, or 2022, you losing at Mizzou. It's going down, bro. Let's go. Your boy's a little
last
poor.
5 years, yeah, it was 5-5, 6-6,
Yep.
7-6.
Yep.
I think it was 6-6 again, and then 4-8.
All right, bro. So we had a little slump, bro. We on the come up. We got Coach Drinkwitz in the house, bro, pulling in recruits, son. We coming back for that SEC East championship, and I cannot wait till November 6, 2021. The University of Missouri Tigers go down to Athens, Georgia, and pull out a great win.
I was put down 100 push-ups. I put 100 push-ups, still 100 push-ups, Bruce.
All right, that's easy. I do 100 push-ups.
The only time y'all beat us, last time y'all beat us was 2013.
Yeah, bro. 2013, that magical season, bro. And we played Auburn that year, and it was a game until the fourth quarter. I'll be honest, they smoked us in the fourth quarter. But it was a game for 3 quarters. For 3 quarters, it was a game.
So y'all lost.
We did lose, bro. If we would have won, we would have been in a national championship game, bro.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
That is true. That is true. I will give you that. But I don't want to hear it. Mizzou, top half at least of the SEC, bro. Top half at least.
So the last little fact I'm going to throw out. So the Georgia versus Missouri series is right now is 6-1.
True. But like I said, November 6th, 2021, we coming for him.
I just don't understand what you want to do.
We coming for him, bro.
They're playing in Athens. Do y'all even know who y'all starting quarterback is?
We coming for you. Yeah, Connor Bazelak, bro. He's coming for y'all, bro.
Connor Bazelak. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
It's coming. It's going down, bro. All right. 100. At least 100. 100. Bro. Damn. Bro, stop,
bro. CARDS cards.
Yo, your boy got the Louisville helmet too, baby. Let's go. Turn up for Louisville, baby. All right, bro. Well, I'm glad that happened. Ladies and gentlemen, we went a little off the rails there. I completely apologize.
One thing, y'all still mediocre, Bruce. I don't want to get by that. Y'all still mediocre.
All right. That's fair, but top half of the SEC, that's all I want. Top half, baby. Top half.
Hey, brother, the fact that you're arguing about something that happened 8 years ago is all I need to know.
Hey, bro. Whatever, bro. You a fake Georgia fan, bro. I don't even need to hear it from you, bro. I never hear you talk about Georgia till this day.
Hey, that's cool by me. 6-1 still done it. Still different, doesn't it?
It's about to be 6-2 after this year, bro. So let's go. Ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, only thing that's gonna be 6-2 is when Missouri gets booted back to the Big 12 after we drop them in Arkansas, some other bum ass program nobody cares about for Texas and Oklahoma. They get bum ass programs in the SEC.
Get past this negativity and this anger. Please remember at the beginning or the end of each day, sit down in stillness for at least 5 minutes. Appreciate yourself. Appreciate the day that you had. Peace, love, and harmony to each and everybody.
Blessings. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of my co-host Yogi B and Surfin Stew, I'm Brucey D.
I'm M, and the M stands for Missouri sucks.
And I'm Marcus's pops.
And hey, Mizzou's winning the SEC East this year.